What's going on, folks? I got to tell you all, happy Friday the 13th, basically. That's what I say. You know what I mean? Because this is the day that I actually care about. You know what I'm saying? You can keep Christmas, you can keep Thanksgiving. I'm not going to get into the historical crap behind all that. All the crap that would actually really happen with that they did not teach us about in elementary school. We're not going to get into that. No, it's all about Friday the 13th. And what I like to do on days like this, being Friday the 13th, April Friday the 13th for right now, is I like to watch Friday the 13th films. Me myself, I am a horror movie fan. I am about that life. Yes, you know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, my parents used to take me to theaters to see horror films. I was the kid that was usually just sitting there chilling, and not even tweaking, just chilling and looking around sometimes and watching all the adults around me bugging out during certain parts of the film. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me when it's over. Is it over yet? Can I look at the screen? It's like, I'm looking at these, I wasn't tripping. Maybe you didn't know me as a kid, you know what I'm saying? So I'd always be chilling. I'd always keep the same energy. I'd always keep the same routine. But I was thinking about it always like, you're an adult, right? You're a grown up. You're over the age of 18. You paid to get in here to see this movie. And now that you're here in the theater watching this movie, you're cowering and acting all scary and all this crap at certain parts of the film that you spent your money that you worked for, I would think, to get in here and watch this film. Now you don't want to look at the screen? You acting scary? So, excuse me. Me personally, I never understood that. I never have, because my theory, it's not even a theory. It's a fact. It's a movie. Okay, it's a movie. Let me fast forward through all that, because screw them. I don't want to sit here and talk about scary adults all night. So let's talk about Friday the 13th. Let's walk through this, okay? Apparently, there seems to be 13 of these movies. Convenient. So let's go through this. Let me see. We got the original Friday the 13th film, which personally I liked. I liked it a lot. I saw it when I was a kid. I liked it a lot. I thought it was cool. I liked the whole aspect of kind of like not knowing. I knew there was a killer, but I didn't know. I had no idea who this killer might have been. I like that. I noticed that as a kid. I like that. I had no idea who was doing what they was doing. But somebody was killing somebody. Real talk. Somebody was definitely killing somebody. I did notice that. So I'm watching this movie, and to me it was cool. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the girls, because I like girls. And anyway, and I remember almost towards the end of the movie, all of a sudden out of nowhere, we got Miss Voorhees pop up, who just happens to be Jason Voorhees' mother. Jason Voorhees, he's the kid that, apparently he drowned, in Crystal Lake. He was a camper at Crystal Lake Camp. He drowned in Crystal Lake because he wasn't a good swimmer, and nobody saved his life because the counselors, they apparently were so focused on themselves that they couldn't do their daggone jobs and help this young man out, help this young brother out. You know what I'm saying? So apparently Jason drowned in Crystal Lake. That's the legend. That's the word. All right. Watching this movie, I never thought Jason was the killer. I never thought Jason was the killer. It's like he's not around, right? You know what I'm saying? So why would I think that he's the killer? He's not around, okay? But I remember seeing Mrs. Voorhees towards the end of the movie. I remember as a kid thinking, I was just like, where'd you come from? This is a sleepaway. This is a summer camp. This is a sleepaway summer camp. It's at night. It's raining, I think. I thought it was raining, or maybe it wasn't, but what are you doing here? How do you just pop up out of nowhere? You know what I'm saying? Nice to see you. You're a good actor, but who in the blue hell? So anyway, and then apparently eventually, she reveals herself to be the person that's doing all this. I'm a big Mrs. Voorhees fan. I think Mrs. Voorhees is a boss. You know what I'm saying? How she went out was whack. That was whack. That's movie crap. But I thought Mrs. Voorhees was a boss. As a final girl, Alice, I will always think that she was hot, but she was kind of weak. Real talk. She was kind of weak. We just got to keep, we got to keep it real. I got to keep it real with you. I got to keep it Gucci. She was kind of weak. She was kind of weak. You know what I'm saying? So let's move forward. You know, I want to keep this going. Let's move forward to the next one. What is it? Friday the 13th Part 2, which I thought was a good film. I thought it was a good film. There was a lot about the film that I liked. I liked the final girl in that movie. What was her name? Jeannie. It wasn't Jenny. It was Jeannie, I believe. Um, I I thought she was cool. I thought she was cool. I liked her. She wasn't a punk, you know, which is very much appreciated. Um, this is the introduction. This is the actual the introduction to Jason. Actually Jason Voorhees in the Friday the 13th movies as the actual killer. This is Jason's first movie in the Friday the 13th franchise as the killer. He was okay. I thought he was a little sloppy. When I was a kid, I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I saw it as a kid. When I was a kid, I didn't care. I was just like, okay, well, Jason's here. All right, great, yay. But looking back on it, I was like, you know, yeah, okay, Jason. You know, he still did his thing. He still got down. He got busy. He handled his business. He got people out of there. But I thought he was a little sloppy. He's a little sloppy, but he did what he did. He got it done. You know what I'm saying? I think Jeannie, the final girl, was very effective. I still can't believe to this day that her approach with Jason at the end of Friday the 13th Part 2 actually worked. Wow. I mean, not to say it's crazy. As a kid, as an adult, I can't believe that worked. And I remember during that period at that time, that was one of the first times that I actually kind of thought about and actually felt a little sorry for Jason Voorhees. I was just like, wow, you know, this is messed up because he's not Freddy Krueger. He's not Michael Myers. He's not Chucky. You know, he's not the Leprechaun. This was a kid that went to a sleepaway summer camp that his mother worked at. He drowned in the lake swimming because, okay, he wasn't a good swimmer, but, you know, the staff, the counselors, they did help save his life. So he apparently died allegedly. You know, I feel a certain way about that. So when I think about that and factor that into the Friday the 13th films, it's like, okay, I kind of see why, you know, he came back to take revenge for his murdered mother. I mean, and she took revenge for him dying because of the Crystal Lake Camp counselors. It's like, you know what, I kind of see where this is coming from, where this all stems from. It's like, you know, okay, I kind of get it, I think, you know what I'm saying? I see why Jason wants to whack you all. It's like, not to say I would do that, especially if I was this guy's personal friend or something like that. Not to say I would do that, but it's like, I kind of see why he wants to get rid of all of you. Like, screw you all. Crystal Lake Camp, you're here? Oh, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep moving this forward. You got Friday the 13th Part 3. Personally, I liked Friday, what do they call it? Friday the 13th Part 3D, because they had a 3D element that they tried, which sucked. It was, oh, jeez. They try. It was just nothing special. Let's just keep it at that. It was nothing special. Was this one of the better films? No, but I liked it. I liked the earlier Friday the 13th films. You know, it was nothing special, but I mean, it was good. I mean, the kills were cool. This was the first movie where Jason actually got his iconic hockey goalie's mask to rock. You know, as far as MVPs, as far among the characters in the film, I'm gonna go with my man Shelley that actually gave him the mask. Shelley was a funny dude. He kind of reminded me of an early 1980s Seth Rogen, but that's cool. Like, I wish it would have lasted longer in the film, but I like Shelley. I was cool with Shelley. You know what I'm saying? I was totally okay with him. And I love the Friday the 13th Part 3, the theme music. It was like disco and trance electronic type stuff. I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. If I heard that at the club tonight, yo, I'm on it and I'm dancing and we are getting it in. Straightforward. The film wasn't the greatest thing in the world. No, not at all. But it wasn't really bad. It was just, you know, I mean, come on. It wasn't, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? The early Friday the 13th films, I felt like they kind of stuck to the same formula. If it worked in this film, it's going to work in that film. If it worked in that film, it's going to work in the next film. And that's what they did. And I'm cool with that. I wasn't watching Friday the 13th films back then to, story and plot and character development. No, I'm here to watch Jason Voorhees massacre you all. Or, for the most part, one or two you might escape. That's about it. Then you got Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. Me personally, I think the final chapter is the best Friday the 13th film. I think it just hit it just did everything that it should do. Like, it was just awesome. Like, really, like, nothing changes. Same formula. But the characters, the kills, it had a little bit of story to it, which wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't corny. Like, I really liked the final chapter. I personally think the final chapter is the best Friday the 13th film. Like, I really enjoyed it. I really appreciated it a lot. And that is what's up. It had nothing to do with anything else. It had nothing to do with Crispin Glover, which I was really surprised to see him. It had nothing. It didn't have much to do with Corey Feldman either. It's a dope film. It's a dope Friday the 13th film, and I think a lot of people appreciate it and like it. Let's move forward. You got Part 5. What is it called? Part 5 is the new beginning or something like that. Part 5. It's okay. It's okay. Could have been better. I mean, look. This is the way that I watch movies. I find something, it could be one of the worst movies. I will find something about this film that I can like. That I can be like, okay, well, that wasn't bad. And the movie could be horrible. But it doesn't matter. The New Beginning, no, it was not the best Friday the 13th film at all. It had some decent parts, but no, it was not the best. It really wasn't. But it was okay. It was okay. I mean, whatever. Okay, Jason wasn't the killer. It was a copycat, which is like, okay, whatever. It was okay. I mean, it was entertaining for what it was. It didn't suck really. It was just okay. Okay, and it has nothing to do with the fact that come to find out Jason Voorhees wasn't actually the killer. It was a copycat, but it was entertaining for what it was. It was, getting to watch adult Tommy Jarvis F you a dude. Oh my goodness. I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, look, that was an F you. I was like, what the word? The film was okay, but let's just move forward. I don't want to talk about this for too long. Let's go to Jason Lives, Part 6. Part 6 was cool. It was all right. I liked it. I could deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I could live with it. Jason, at this point, Jason Voorhees is like in super zombie mode now. He's no longer alive or whatever. It's like, okay, whatever the case. Movie's okay. I mean, movie was okay. It was just, they had a lot going on, That's the thing with the Friday the 13th films for the most part is pretty much the same. They ran the same play, for the most part. They ran the same play. You know what I mean? You see a bunch of teenagers, young people get together in a house in the woods or whatever, or something in the woods, whatever, and, maybe they try to have sex or wanted to have sex or whatever. It doesn't matter. Jason's going to pop up and kill most of you, except for maybe one or two of you. It's the same thing. No, but the film was okay. I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't care for it too much, but it was okay, And then we move forward to, The New Blood, Friday the 13th, Part 7. I saw it in the theater. I liked it. A lot of people, screw a lot of people. I like the film. I like the fact that, the main protagonist, Tina, she had some fake me out Carrie skills, which I saw the movie Carrie as a kid, and I loved it. I enjoyed this movie as a kid. I really enjoyed this movie. It was okay. No, it's not the best movie in the world, but I didn't think it sucked. I liked it. I liked it. One thing about these Friday the 13th movies is they had a lot of girls in the movies that I liked. or liked looking at, and I would think to myself, just be like, wow, if I was just at least 15 or 17 right now, like, I would say something to you. It's like, right now, I am not even 10 years of age. It ain't happening at all, but it's all good. The film was cool, you know, same old stuff, you know, but it was interesting. You know, Tina brought a different aspect to it because she had these telekinetic powers and stuff like that. Okay, and then you got, what is it? Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, done from New York City. This movie sucks. Besides the boxing exhibition that Julius, the black guy, did with Jason on the roof, this movie sucks. It sucks, it sucks, it sucks. There's really nothing good about it. This is one of those movies that it's really hard to find something good about. It's just, it was just, oh, jeez. Let's move forward. And then you got Jason, Friday the 13th, Part 9, basically. Jason Goes to Hell. When I first saw this movie in the theater, I was just like, okay, all right, fine. And then I'm in the theater watching it. I'm just like, it was different. It was different. And not bad, different really. It was just different from the original formula. And it was just like, okay. Okay. It was really different though for me at the time as a kid. And I was just like, what? You know, Jason is on a whole other level now is basically what I'm saying. And it was just like, I mean, as far as the action, so to speak, and the kills or whatever, okay, yeah, the film was all right. You know, it was. It was not a terrible film at all, but I just was not prepared for that when I first saw that in the theater as a kid. I was like, say word, okay. Yeah, then what comes after that? Jason X. I did not see Jason X in the theater. I saw it afterwards. But when I finally did see Jason X, I love it. This is one of my favorite Friday the 13th films because to me, Jason reminded me truly like Kane when he first came to the World Wrestling Federation in 1997. Like, he was just a monster. He was just destroying people in this film. And it was just awesome and enjoyable to watch. I laughed through most of the film the way he was just whacking people and getting them out of there. I was just like, wow, this is awesome. And then he turns into, what do they call it, Uber Jason or whatever. He gets upgraded into this new form. And it's just like, oh, it's like, what are you going to do about this guy? And this is what 400 years in the future, over 400 years in the future. It's like, what are you going to do with this guy? It's like, this guy can't be touched. Real talk. It's like, this guy can't be touched. It's like, oh, snap. Yo, you might have some problems. I mean, I thought the characters were cute. I thought the girls were cute. To me, I just felt like it was like, when I was a kid, I used to watch the Disney Channel and stuff like that, Kids Incorporated and stuff like that when I was a kid. And watching this movie, it kind of felt like a Disney Channel or a Sci-Fi Channel movie that was rated PG-13 until Jason woke up and arrived, and then it went straight to capital R. Yo, Jason is not a game. He was handling these cats and these characters. I like the movie because the way he was handling these characters, like, they're futuristic and they have no idea who Jason Voorhees is and how he does business. So they're just like, whatever, we're gonna do what we do. And Jason is like all about it. Like, yeah, do what you do because I'm gonna do what I do too, and I'm gonna do it better than you do what you do. How about that? Yo, that is one of my favorite films. Is it one of the best films? I don't care. I enjoyed it. That's what matters the most. What comes after that? Freddy vs. Jason. Film was okay. Wasn't bad. Film was okay. I felt like this film could have been so much better. It's finally Freddy Krueger versus Jason Voorhees. I felt like this film should have been so much better. It was okay, but it should have been so much better is what I'm telling you right now. You know what I'm saying? It should have been so much better. It wasn't bad, but it should have been so much better. It should have been so much better. It's like, yo, what is going on? Get the strap. Big ups to 50 Cent. I was like, get the strap. What the heck is this crap? Yo, it didn't suck. It wasn't a bad movie. It's just, it should have been so much better. Like, it's just, come on. You got two. Freddy Krueger is my dude. Jason Voorhees is my dude. It's like, why isn't this movie so much better, massive, huger, better? It just should have been better. So, what else comes after that? Oh yeah, there's the Friday the 13th the remake. Um, honestly, this movie is really. I want to watch it again. I only saw it once. I think this movie is really solid. I think this movie is really solid. I think this movie is really solid. Big ups, a lot of props for that. You know what I'm saying? I like what they did. You know, I really think the movie it's just really good. I like the fact that it's really nothing it's not necessarily like the original Friday the 13th film back in 1980. It's not like that film at all. No, it's different. Jason is the killer from Jump, you know? And this is a way more aggressive, proactive Jason. He's way more mobile. He's tall, he's jacked. He runs like it's not a game. I'm getting you out of here sooner than sooner. You know, like Jason was not playing in this remake. Like, it's a good film. It's a solid film. You know, I have no problems with it. It's like I remember no, it didn't blow me away when I was watching it because I'm just that type of guy. But, you know, I remember like, you know, the opening part and, you know, some parts I was watching like, whoa. Like, yeah, some parts kind of got me like, whoa, kind of got me, not scared me because no, I don't get scared. It's a movie, but it's like, whoa, okay, Jason, all right, very good film, very solid, one of the best. Yeah, I would say that. I would say that because Jason was doing a lot in this film that I was not expecting to see him do. You know, and it was solid. It didn't look wag. It didn't look corny. It didn't look forced or stupid. It was like, okay, hey, you got it, my G, you got it. And then what's after that? What's this movie called? It's a fan made film. I'll talk about that too because I just seen it. Never Hike Alone. It's a fan made Friday the 13th film. It's on YouTube if you want to watch it free. Just enter Never Hike Alone. I'm used to, you know, I'm all about independent films personally. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about that life. I've watched a lot of fan made films because I give everything and everybody a chance. This film is cool. It's not bad at all. It's simple. It's simple. You know, and I've told people, I've said this to people over the years quite often. It's like, you know, sometimes simple can be very, 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 very good. This was all right. This was all right. This was all right. It was pretty simple. It was all right. It was all right. You know, I guess his name was Tom, the main character. The first half of the film to me kind of felt like what's that joint called? The Blair Witch Project, which I could not stand that movie. Oh, I could not stand that movie because I was living in Maryland at the time when that movie was released in theaters, and everybody in Maryland, even though we didn't live anywhere near the part of Maryland where this movie was supposed to have taken place, you know, they all thought it was real life events. They all thought the footage of the movie was real footage. Is like, it's a movie. That's the selling point. It's like, geez, oh, it was whack. It was whack listening to these people go over and over and over about this crap, and the movie wasn't even that freaking good. So the first half of Never Hike Alone reminds me of the Blair Witch Project, and especially when I think Blair Witch Project Part 2 is way better. It just is. It's way more interesting. But you know, but the second half of Never Hike Alone, I like a lot. You know, Jason is there, and there's other aspects added into the movie. It's cool. It's a very simple film, but it is cool. It is cool. It is cool. I would like to see more. I would like to see further episodes. You know what I'm saying? From this director, from, you know, from this crew, from this group, from this crew. I would really like to see that, you know. So anyway, for me, as always, Friday the 13th was pretty daggone cool, you know. If you have a favorite Friday the 13th film, hey, let me know about it. Put it in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. If you got anything to say, you want to debate, I don't care. I talk to people for a living, okay? That's how I roll. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me know. I mean, you know, it's Friday the 13th, and as far as I'm concerned, it's really been a great day for me. I don't know about you. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's a great day for you also. But, you know, just let me know if you have anything to say. You know what I'm saying? It's all about Friday the 13th. Real talk. You know?